So I didn't want to introduce myself by doing a long Google Slides. I want I wanted to be more interesting, okay? So let's talk about my freshman year. So I'm just gonna go through this box of terrors and explain my freshman year in a nutshell, okay? For some reason, I saved a lot of receipts, and the receipts they never stayed. They're so faded. So, this is a tennis ball from my school parking lot. Now, I was on the tennis team, okay? I started off on varsity, but I wasn't good enough, so I ended up like dropping my rank, you could say. But hey, I got a good amount of varsity games in, so I was basically on varsity, right? So I kept this as a token of like tennis. Speaking of sports, I made this up like the last couple weeks of school. This is paper ball, okay? Listen up. I invented this. Basically, in class, we were playing volleyball with a piece of paper, but we were like, hey, that's not gonna work. So let's just smack the ball with our hands. Let me show you my skills. Like, this receipt is so meaningful to me. For some reason, in the last 5 or so years, stores have stopped putting smiley faces on receipts. Now they just put a dash on your receipt. I had gotten into an argument with my mom. Sorry, I'm sniffling a lot. But I didn't want her to take me to school, so I walked to school. My friend, she drives by. She doesn't even say anything. I walk up to her window. I was like, do you want me to hop in? She said. So I get into the back of her car, and then she hands me this, and she's like, here, I know this will cheer you up. And I was like, thank you. Now, we have this. Does Spider-Man even have a cape? I got this on my first day of school / my orientation, which is weird. Orientation should be before school. I think I look really terrible in the photo. I'll probably like put it right here. But yeah, not good. I also hated the girl who gave me this. I don't care if she's gonna see this. I don't like you. Okay. I hold this near and dear to my heart. This is the script for my fall show. Now, I was never into theater, but my friend had said, hey, let's go audition. Like, I don't want to audition by myself. So I say, okay, like, let's go. So I audition, and then my group chat's blowing up. They're like, hey, check your email right now. We didn't make the cast. I check my email, and I'm like, guys, I'm scared. Guys, did I do it? I got casted as an understudy. But it was okay. Like the first couple weeks were stressful because I had to study every single line. I had to be prepared for whoever I was going in for. And someone drops out of the show. And I'm just walking throughout this school event one day. There's a bunch of like tables set up. I'm just walking through the middle, and then the drama class is right there, or like club, whatever, thespians. I don't know. They're all standing there. They're like, Eli, he dropped the role. Do you want it? I was like, yes. Of course, don't give up opportunities like that. So I take it, and it's honestly one of the most high school experiences I'm probably gonna have throughout my whole career. Like staying after school and just doing like little fun stuff. That's fun. I like that. Except for the fact that I cried a lot. This show is Almost Maine by John Cariani. I don't know. But I played East. And East, well, for my rendition of the character, he's a desperate guy, you know. He works hard, but he has no game, like he has no love life. And he ends up falling in love with this girl who's camping in his yard to see the northern lights. Weird, yeah. But I fell in love. It was such a cute story. And overall, I would recommend doing theater. Would I do it again personally? Yeah. Anytime soon? Like, it's really time consuming. You can't miss. And if you do miss, you'll feel really bad. This is the package for my first essentials item. See, I'm a guy that doesn't like to follow a lot of trends, I guess. I like to do my own thing, just like do what I like. And Christmas came around, and me and a couple friends, or me, myself, and two other friends decided to exchange gifts. So he ended up giving me essential shorts, and I was like, those are really expensive shorts. And he asked for earmuffs. I got them for like $10. Editor Eli here. I just wanted to clarify that the price of a gift does not matter. Okay? It's the thought that counts. Ooh. This is a good paper. So, on top of being in theater and doing tennis, I'm the president of the fashion club. Do I sound pretentious? But this is a sign-in sheet for a contest that I had. It was Met Gala season, you know, fashion was in the air. So I was like, how do I turn this into something that I could capitalize off of in my school? Oh, a contest, you know. Winner gets a big basket of things. This year's Met Gala theme was plant related, I think. But then the Met Gala was also very confusing because the exhibition was Sleeping Beauties, like archival fashion. But they ended up releasing that before the Garden of Time. So it was very confusing. Oh, this is a little photo strip of me and my friend together. I'm covering her face for privacy reasons. But she was the only other freshman I knew, or that was my friend, that had gotten a yearbook. So I wasn't about to go to that party by myself. Like, I knew upperclassmen, but going up to upperclassmen is like having fans. I don't want to feed into their delusions. These, Eli, what are you waving around? What are those cards? These are my speech notes. My final, or like my big assignment in English, was to give a speech, you know, something simple, talk about your life goals, blah, 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 blah. And you know, I was just sitting in that class listening to everyone go, I want better grades. I said, why would I want to fit in when I can stand out? So instead of writing about good grades and graduating or whatnot, I wrote about becoming the tennis it boy. Basically, that drink is disgusting. Anyways, basically these cards talk about what I can do to expand my inner creative. And you're probably like, don't you mean creativity? No, creative, because I'm a creative. Get it straight. Just goes into like tennis history, about the tennis fashion, like how it's very classy, how it's very chic and casual, a lot of white and a lot of polos. I want to dress like that. That's sick. It also talks about me wanting to like overcome the fact that I am not a sporty person. I hate sports. Like, I quit the volleyball team in 7th grade. That had less to do with the sport and more about the team. But nonetheless, I quit. I ended up trying out the next year, then didn't make it. It's kind of my fault. Then a friend convinces me to try out for soccer. So I try out for soccer. And tryouts are for 3 days. I only go to 1 day because that 1 day was enough to tell me that I wasn't strong enough to do soccer. I know I should have expected all the running and all the working out, but oh my gosh. No. Like, I can barely do 10 push-ups. Do you think I'm about to run 70 miles? No. So, this is about me redeeming myself. It also talks about how tennis is very respectful for the most part. You will come across snobby people, but I find that most of my games, the ones that go well, are because I have really good opponents, really respectful, no etiquette, like shaking your opponent's hand and shaking their hand afterwards, like saying good game, or saying, hello, my name is, which side do you want? Blah, 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 blah. And I think just being nicer and more positive will go a long way in my life. Okay, so this is the invitation for my friend's quince. Now, I'm not really a big birthday person. If anything, I hate birthdays. Like, my birthday's in the winter, right after Christmas. And, you know, in the winter, everything's cold, everything's sad, nothing looks nice, everything's dead. It's right after Christmas, so you already have your Christmas gifts, so your birthday, what do you need birthday gifts for? You have Christmas. So, I never really cared for it, but as life went on, I was just like, why do I have to humble myself and witness everyone else having a good time? Anyways, I digress. But I was in her court and it was such an amazing experience. I'm Cambodian and we don't really celebrate birthdays like that. So just being a part of someone else's culture and their experience, just having a good time, it was great. It was nice to get to know everyone that I was associated with. I was never really friends with, but I could say we're good friends now. And just all the memories we made, love it. So, the second semester of school, the spring show. Mean Girls, the whole year. Every Wednesday, you wear pink and you would get a raffle ticket, and then your name would be pulled and you get a free ticket to the show. I think, don't quote me on that. I was in Mean Girls. I didn't audition, but I guess because I already did the previous show, they didn't mind me being in this one. So I was like, hey, I'd be super interested in joining, but I have a super busy schedule. And they're like, no, it's fine. Like, we could talk it out. Like, it's gonna be okay. I join, and I probably go to 2-3 rehearsals. Oh, first day, forgot my script. So the whole time I was peeking over at my friend like, hey, can you flip the page? Hey, hey. Wait, what does that word say? Whatever. So I end up dropping out, and I told myself, oh, I'm really gonna regret this. Like, being in a musical your first year of high school is so cool. But I already did a lot, so I had nothing to prove to anyone. So I tell her, hey, I have a lot on my plate. I'm doing a lot right now. I can't do it. I don't want to give you a bad performance. And you know, I thought she was gonna be really scary. She's a scary lady, okay? But she was super understanding, and I was like, wow. But thank you. This is a pin my best friend gave me. What relevance does it have? It's from my best friend. Emma Chamberlain's coffee line. I love Emma Chamberlain. If Emma Chamberlain ever notices me, I'm gonna die happy. Okay. This is like a little doodle I did. Yes, doodle, because I could do way better than this. People are always like, what do you mean that's a doodle? That's literally a work of art. Not to me, okay? I drew that in one class period. It's basically the blueprint to my dream estate. One thing I want in my future plot of land is a little village. Like, maybe I have a couple guest homes they can rent out, put it on Airbnb or something, have a pond in the middle. I just very much want it to be like a small village in China. Very East Asian inspired. This one's kind of funny, not really. I only saved this because every morning I would eat Cheerios from the cafeteria. I love Cheerios. But the thing is, I think I'm lactose intolerant. Like, I never really knew, like, there was never really any, like, medical note. But I started to notice about 7th or 8th grade where I was drinking like milk in the morning. I was eating cereal, whatever, drinking coffee sometimes maybe. And then I would have the most disgusting, absurd, stomach bubbling, butt quaking shit. Like, I would be in the bathroom stall holding the walls like, and then people would walk in so inconveniently. Like, I'm clenching my butthole, which, by the way, what is my generation's issue with smoking all the time? You're at school for such a long time, such a long period of time, and all you do is smoke? Like, you're wasting your time. We don't have a lot. Think about it. I don't judge you for it. But when you're interrupting my poop, have you ever sold these? Selling these chocolates is like, it's very humbling. It's basically just like a popularity contest to see who can sell the most chocolates and who can sell chocolate the fastest. I'm grateful because my mom bought 2 whole boxes for my family. Cute little bracelet with my initial on it, and it's yellow. Which is funny because yellow is not my favorite color. It's green. Ooh. This is my organization sheet for my fashion show. Like, oh my god, you had a fashion show? Yeah, I did. Was it good? No. But can you say you organized a fashion show? I don't think so. I don't. And if you have, good for you. I respect it. My issue is I save really obscure things. Like, why do you have an Under Armour tag? Well, this is significant to me because I was the first person to wear my tennis uniform. So this is the tag for that. It's very important to me. Okay. This was my photo strip for homecoming. Okay, let me get it together. Also, I go to a very predominantly Hispanic school. Like, if we were to like weigh the population of people in my school, would probably be Black and Hispanics, white people, and then Asian people. So they play Hispanic music, and I'm not really like, I don't listen to Hispanic music. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know a lot of artists. I don't know the dances. It was very humbling. Like, please teach me how to dance to Hispanic music. So they're playing this music and I don't know how to dance. So I'm just doing like my little, just shuffling side to side, having a good time. I'm just like jamming out. And then my friends are over here like, what are you doing? And it's pretty like insignificant, but that hurt. I was like, what am I doing? And I was like, are you gonna teach me? They said no. And I was like, and that's when I really started questioning my friendships. Oh, this was a sticker for an ice skating rink that I went to in November, probably, with my friend. Long distance, okay. She lives in LA. I live not in LA, okay. And we hang out. You're supposed to put that sticker on your shirt so they know if you're supposed to be there or not. I didn't. I kept it. Mock trial. So this was for a restaurant that we went to for dinner, lunch. Yeah, and we live in a small town. Okay, there's not a lot out here. So when we go to the next city over, everything is like luxury to us. So eating at that place was like, just like all hell let loose. I have a lot of receipts. Another receipt. I got this at homecoming, okay? They threw it at us. Pokemon cards! Pikachu! I love Pokemon. I had this case of Pokemon cards in my dad's old van. We called it the battle van. He sold the van with my cards in it. I got this during Christmas time at Dutch Bros. It's a coffee shop. Oh, this is a cutout of a donut shop box. So, I'm very emotional about this, but my grandparents owned a donut shop for a while. Or they ran a donut shop. I'm not sure about owned. But they occupied that space for a while. 20 years probably. Something like that. More even. So every Christmas we'd not get regular boxes. We'd get donut shop boxes. So this is that. They ended up giving the shop away. I don't know the details, but I'm never gonna get another donut shop box again. So I had to save it. No, I didn't have a lover. Me and my old friend had Valentine's Day together. I know. Lonely. Do I regret our friendship like dissipating? No. It happens for a reason. But I wanted to save this just to remember the good times we had. This is an iPhone box. If you didn't notice, this was my first iPhone. I spent so many years with an Android. It was not even funny. Like, I like Android. It's chill. You know, I like the settings. I like how it's arranged. But that camera quality was not good. I'm sorry. It was just not good. Maybe it's because I had like drugstore phones. Hey, can you blame me? Now, our last thing here is my old apartment key. I wanted to keep this with me because it just symbolizes the part of my life of just me growing up, becoming more mature. The fact that I moved on, I moved out of the apartment. It's really meaningful. Thank you for listening to me rant about my freshman year. Just a hot mess, but it's okay. I have many more years to go and a long journey ahead of me. Now, this is the time where I'm supposed to ask you to subscribe and like, but do I want to be that person? No. But you should definitely like and subscribe and comment what I should talk about. A $2 bill.